Healing is not easy. There's a lot of stigma around going to therapy, and doing any independent work during the process can be far from 100% straightforward. But healing is a journey toward deep fulfillment where nothing outside of you can shake or take away this process. It's a very humble journey. With high risk comes great reward. These are signs that you're healing. You allow yourself to feel your emotions. When you're still stuck in survival mode, you mainly focus on logic and what you see, because emotions hurt when you have to feel and process them. It's hard to make time and space for your emotions to be acknowledged and validated, because they remind you of pain. Pain you want to bury. When you heal, you begin to acknowledge both your negative and positive emotions, because you realize that hyper-focusing on one emotion harms your entire being and that you are a whole person. At first it's uncomfortable, but when you no longer suppress or deny them, you see the value in your feelings and sensations. And just sitting with them and allowing them to pass through you, you react less and respond more quickly. When you're in survival mode, everything and everyone is a threat and treated as such. Nothing is trustworthy, and you don't have time to thoughtfully reflect on anything, because you act purely out of necessity, constantly needing to defend yourself. Once you start healing, your natural reactions to triggering, shutting down, fleeing or people-pleasing are controlled and gradually give way to self-inquiry. Shutting down, fleeing or people-pleasing come under control and slowly make room for self-questioning. You even find yourself asking, why do I think this way? Where does this thought come from? You start practicing emotional self-regulation, self-analysis and taking responsibility. You realize that healing isn't a linear process. Healing is uncomfortable because you're excavating and confronting everything you would prefer to keep suppressed. Once you get in rhythm, you realize that part of healing is that this suffering is okay and normal, because it's not a straight path to peace and inner healing. You understand and have experienced the ups and downs of healing, knowing that today's emotions won't necessarily match tomorrow's, or even later. You begin stepping outside your comfort zone. This is what healing is about. It's not something everyone will do. However, if you decide to heal, it truly has profound benefits beyond accepting and acknowledging painful experiences. Once you're in the healing process, you're developing strength around your emotions and mind. With this newfound conscious control, you no longer fear what scared you before. You no longer fear changing your living situation. Now you're redecorating your bedroom and experimenting with paint colours. But now it's a little less anxious and you're a bit more confident. You have more peace inside. But now it's a little less anxious and you're a bit more confident. You have more peace inside. Healing brings self-integration. If you're a Harry Potter fan like Voldemort, gathering all his Horcruxes back and deciding to become a whole person, embracing a natural way of life at the soul level. If you're not a fan, it's like inventorying all your experiences, painful or not, and seeing yourself as a whole human. You develop this inner peace because you deeply forgive yourself. And you may also be ready to forgive others. With this peace and integration, you're less likely to self-sabotage, because you're no longer a battleground within yourself with conflicting desires and feelings. You harmonize your inner differences. You no longer criticize and destroy your character in your mind. Do you relate to any of this? Do you feel like you're beginning to heal? As helpful as the first step of healing is, you will encounter discomfort in healing and it will try to stop you. You might want to lessen or avoid the pain, but whatever you resist, you prolong. If you're in the healing process, well done, I'm proud of you for doing this work. I hope you find peace through it. Did you find this video valuable? Let us know in the comments below. Please like and share it with friends who might also need this video. Make sure to subscribe to the Date Decode channel and hit the notification bell to get more content. Thank you for watching and see you next time.